Hello, my name is Frank Silverman, the Executive Director of the Martial Arts Industry Association, and this week I'm going to talk to you about a topic linked to the last topic I spoke about, and it's new members. Just recently I was in LA teaching a success seminar, and the comment came up at the very end of the seminar about marketing, and the gentleman had said, I signed up 100 new members last month. Now, that's very possible to sign up 100 new members in any given month. But what I really didn't do that I should have done, and I didn't do it because it was the end of the seminar, was inquire what a new member is. Because I really don't think this school, who only had 200 students, enrolled 50% of their students literally 3 or 4 weeks prior to the event. So, but I don't think he was lying either. The question came up is, what is a new member? So let me tell you what I consider a new member, or what I actually consider a member of our school. 3 things have to happen for somebody to be counted as a member in our school. 1, they need to be paying. Okay? If somebody attends for free for business purposes, we don't count them as a member. So you might have black belts training for free, you might have 4th or 5th family members training for free, but if I say to you, how many students do you have? I want to know people that are paying for your martial arts class. Number 2, they have to be attending. Okay? They have to be attending to be a member. So if you have a student who is paying but hasn't been to class in 3 months, they're not a member. If you have somebody who's coming to class but hasn't paid for 3 months, they're not a member. So attend, no pay, no member. No pay, attend, no member. And then the third thing is they have to be enjoying class. And I use that enjoying class as kind of a very broad term, but we have to have had some type of contact with them within the last 30 days that shows they will be here the next 30 days, or they've had a presentation about some type of program and they're actively involved. So that's very subjective, but allows you and your instructors to talk about, really, is this person one step out the door? Is this an ABC student? A meaning they're fully engaged, doing everything they need to do to get to their next test, or are they about to quit the next time they have a bad experience anywhere, much less at the school? So that being said, 3 things. They need to pay, they need to attend, and 2, they need to be happy and or engaged in our school. The last one, again, is very up to you to decide what that means. So I tell you that because a lot of times people say, I have 100 new members, and what they really have is 100 new students trying class. 100 new people walk in my door to try a class. That doesn't mean they ever signed up. It doesn't mean they went on a month-to-month program. Doesn't mean they signed a contract. Doesn't mean they did anything. So we need to get on page with what a new member is. Just like if you walked into Burger King and asked, well, let's use McDonald's as a better example, because McDonald's used to have on their signs over 40 billion served. If they counted every person that served that just walked in their door, the number would be even higher than that. At the end of the day, they're saying how many people placed an order at McDonald's. So because somebody walks in our door and says, hey, can I get some information? They're not a student, they're an inquiry. When they take the next step and they do a trial program, whether it's a free class, a free month, $19.95 for 2 classes, $20 for a week, whatever it is, they're still not a student. They're a trial member. Until they sign up on a formal program that has a commitment, and a commitment may only be a month-to-month in your school, but as long as they have a commitment, then they are counted as a student. So when I asked this gentleman at the seminar, how many new members did you sign up last month? And he says 100. That probably did not meet my qualifications. It didn't meet it for a variety of reasons. 1, they weren't paying. They probably were attending, they just walked in. They probably weren't engaged and happy, because you can't be engaged unless you're on a committed program. So the big thing he was missing was, are they actually signed up for something and attending a regular schedule of classes? I don't think so. So again, let's make sure when we're talking about your membership and a new member, you're not a new member till you pay, sign up. You're not a current member till you pay, sign up, and you're fully engaged in whatever program you're in. How do we check fully engagedness? It's a matter of conversing with the student 1-2 times in the past 30 days. That being said, the last question that often comes up is, well, how often does somebody have to train to be considered active member? And the truth is a lot of people will say to you they need to train 2 times a week. But I have a friend who teaches in Atlanta, Georgia, where there's a very high pilot population because of Delta Airlines. And if he can get somebody to train even once a week, the pilots or the children, because of the travel schedule, that's pretty consistent and pretty accurate. So we use in our schools the idea that if you train once a week and you pay and you're engaged, you are an active member of the school. If you train every other week, probably not, unless you have a reason for doing so. So for example, sometimes with split custody with children, you have people test or participate in an infrequent type matter, but they are paying and they are attending. So that's really up to you. I can tell you if they're only training every other month, that's not active in your school. So you've got to determine that based on your school circumstances. So I hope that helps clarify what active members are, what an actual member is, because when we're all speaking at events like the Super Show, or on the phone or talking, we want to be able to converse in the same language, and that's the language we use to determine new members.